Steve Brusatte, The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, A New History of a Lost World. Embark on an extraordinary journey through the fascinating world of dinosaurs in our summary of Steve Brusatte's The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, A New History of a Lost World. Delve into riveting tales of these prehistoric giants, exploring their origins, evolution, and eventual fall amidst mass extinction events that shaped the Earth's history. Uncover the mysteries of archosaurs, the Triassic period, and the emergence and diversity of dinosaur groups like theropods, ornithischians, and sauropods. Understand how these magnificent creatures dominated ecosystems and discover what led to their downfall.
The Rise of Dinosaurs. Life existed on Earth for nearly 390 million years before dinosaurs appeared. Following a volcanic eruption at the end of the Permian period, roughly 252 million years ago, the largest mass extinction event in the Earth's history occurred. Nearly 90% of all species perished before the ushering of the Triassic period, where the early reptilian ancestors of dinosaurs thrived. These early reptiles eventually divided into two groups, Avimetatarsalians and Pseudosuchians. Avimetatarsalians were the ancestors of dinosaurs and evolved into three groups, theropods, ornithischians, and sauropods. The dinosaur age had begun. Rise of the Dinosaurs. 230 million years ago, Earth was a vastly different place. With only one landmass, Pangaea, and a hot climate, it was divided into different environmental regions by megamonsoons. But, after the Permian extinction, creatures quickly filled the diverse and fertile landscape. Dinosaurs made up only a small fraction of the ecosystem but expanded their territory due to a decline in non-dinosaur herbivores and changes in climate. Over time, they multiplied rapidly and eventually became 30% of species in humid regions. Fossil evidence shows the Chinle Formation in the U.S. states of Arizona and New Mexico, which teems with fossils from this period, indicating that the dinosaurs began to assert themselves. The Rise of Dinosaurs. The book explains how around 201 million years ago, a catastrophic volcanic eruption took place that caused the obliteration of 3 million square miles of central Pangaea, killing about 30% of all species. 4 lava surges occurred, each up to 3,000 feet deep, passed over the Earth. Even after enduring this extinction event, the dinosaurs managed to survive and dominate the new ecosystems of the Jurassic Age. Their fossils became more abundant and diverse after the eruptions, and the Pseudosuchians effectively vanished. The reason for the dinosaurs' excellent prospects remains a mystery, but it's speculated that the sauropods' long necks allowed them to consume larger quantities of food compared to other dinosaurs. Scientists have postulated that their efficient breathing mechanisms, light skeletons, ability to expel excess body heat, and their impressive growth rates meant that they could reach gargantuan heights, far outstripping lesser dinosaurs. Dinosaurs in the Late Jurassic Period. The Late Jurassic period was full of various types of dinosaurs close to water bodies, which aided fossil preservation. The Morrison Formation area was a battleground for fossil discovery that led to the discovery of famous dinosaurs such as Allosaurus and Stegosaurus. Paleontological findings reveal that most of the gargantuan sauropods went extinct, and smaller plant-eating ornithischians thrived, allowing a vast variety of carnivorous theropods to survive. The Carcharodontosaur dominated the food chain globally, until another carnivore family was ready to take over. The Late Jurassic period was a time teeming with different kinds of dinosaurs, primarily because most types of dinosaurs lived near water. Preservation of dinosaur fossils, as we know, happens in places such as rivers, lakes, and seas because layers of sediment build up and become rocks that protect fossils in the process. The vast fossil record proves this fact. One particular area, the Morrison Formation in the United States, is so rich in fossils that it became the battleground of the Bone Wars, a fight for dinosaur fossil discovery. The Bone Wars in March 1877 led to the discovery of many of the most famous dinosaurs globally, such as Allosaurus, Diplodocus, Stegosaurus, and Brontosaurus. Further paleontological discoveries offer broader insights, piecing together the age of dinosaurs. Around 145 million years ago, as the Cretaceous period began, a gradual climate change happened, which eventually altered the dinosaur community's makeup. Most of the gargantuan sauropods were extinct within 20 million years, replaced with smaller plant-eating ornithischians. Many carnivorous theropods, such as the Carcharodontosaurs, could survive off these plant-eating ornithischians, dominating the food chain before another family of carnivores came to replace them. The Carcharodontosaurs originated in Africa in the late Jurassic period, spread worldwide and diversifying as the land broke apart. The Carcharodontosaurs' imposing size and ferocious profile topped the food chain by the mid-Cretaceous period. Despite how terrifying they were, another carnivore family was waiting in the wings to take over from the Carcharodontosaurs. The mighty Tyrannosaur family. The T. rex may be the most famous of the tyrannosaurs, but it's just one of many. Over the last 15 years, 20 new types of tyrannosaurs have been discovered all over the world. All were carnivorous, with huge heads, strong athletic bodies and legs, and comically small and seemingly useless arms. Although they first appeared in the mid-Jurassic period, tyrannosaurs hit their dominance peak in the Cretaceous period. The rule of the T. rex was undisputed by the time we entered the Cretaceous period, but we know little about how and when they grew so large and managed to bestride continents. The tyrannosaurs had a long and successful reign, and their lineage is still fascinating researchers to this day. The terrifying and intelligent Tyrannosaurus rex. Discover the history and unique skills of the infamous tyrant lizard king, including its unmatched force and surprising intelligence. The Tyrannosaurus rex, aka the tyrant lizard king, is undoubtedly the most famous dinosaur of all time. With over 50 discovered skeletons, scientists have pieced together a wealth of information about this prehistoric predator. Barnum Brown, a young fossil collector, discovered the first T. rex specimens in Montana in 1902, and since then, more than any other dinosaur have been unearthed, some almost complete. These findings have uncovered important details about the tyrant lizard king's development and origin. T. rex lived around 66 to 68 million years ago and completely dominated western North America. However, T. rex is closely related to some Asian species, indicating they likely originated in China or Mongolia and migrated across the Bering Land Bridge, heading down through Alaska and Canada to reach their new playground. While its massive size of 42 feet in length and average weight of 7 to 8 tons alone make the T. rex an impressive creature, its razor-sharp teeth make it truly terrifying. Experiments have shown the T. rex could bite with a force of about 3,000 pounds per tooth, compared to African lions who manage around 940 pounds in total. The T. rex was also pretty smart for a dinosaur, with a large brain size relative to its body, and an IQ similar to that of a chimp. Researchers suggest T. rex were pack hunters, adding another layer to their murderous reputation. Even the ferocious Edmontosaurus, among the T. rex's prey, showed signs of healing after surviving an attack, albeit likely brutal, by the tyrant lizard king. The Tyrannosaurus rex remains a fascinating study for scientists and a source of entertainment for children and dinosaur enthusiasts alike. While their reign may have been short-lived compared to other species, their unparalleled physical ability and intelligence live on in our collective memory. Dinosaur Diversity. The author explores the diversity of dinosaur species on different continents during the late Cretaceous period, around 84 to 66 million years ago. While T. rex dominated North America, other regions had unique ecosystems that favored different species. In Goiás, Brazil, Carcharodontosaurs were the top predators, as tyrannosaurs never reached that far south. In the southern hemisphere, various types of crocodiles thrived in environments where small to medium-sized theropods struggled. In Transylvania, a geological island effect led to the evolutionary development of dwarf dinosaurs. Triceratops, a herbivorous dinosaur with strong horns, adapted well in North America and made up 40% of the dinosaur population in the Hell Creek region. Overall, These findings suggest diverse sets of circumstances shaped the evolution and distribution of dinosaurs. The evolutionary link between birds and dinosaurs. Birds are descended from dinosaurs, making them a subgroup of these reptiles. Thomas Henry Huxley first proposed this idea back in the 19th century, using a fossil discovered in Bavaria that seemed to have features of both a bird and a reptile. However, the theory remained controversial until the discovery of more bird-like fossils in the 1960s and 1990s, and the realization that feathers and other bird characteristics had developed in dinosaurs during the late Cretaceous period. The coexistence of dinosaurs and birds lasted for about 100 million years before another catastrophic event ended the reign of the reptiles. The extinction of dinosaurs. 66 million years ago, an asteroid or comet, equivalent in size to Mount Everest, hit Earth, causing 70% of all species on Earth, including the dinosaurs, to go extinct. Scientists were perplexed as to what caused the event until Walter Alvarez discovered a layer of iridium, which had fallen from space, present in the clay that separates the fossil-rich Cretaceous period limestone from the barren limestone of the Paleogene period. In 1980, he hypothesized that the iridium was from outer space, and it was confirmed when a 110-mile-wide crater was discovered in Mexico in the 1990s. Climate change was also a problem before the asteroid hit, and despite declining diversity, dinosaur populations were still steady. The extinction might not have been inevitable, but it wiped the slate clean, allowing for the rise of humankind.
As we bid farewell to an unforgettable tale of the rise and fall of dinosaurs, we are left with a deeper understanding of their evolutionary journey across millions of years and a profound respect for the forces of nature that shaped their existence. The late Cretaceous extinction event wiped out nearly all traces of these magnificent reptiles, leaving only their avian descendants to persist. Steve Brusatte's extensive research and engaging narrative have allowed us to gain a better understanding of the intricate history of dinosaurs and the world they inhabited, evoking curiosity and igniting our passion for unraveling the intriguing mysteries of the prehistoric past.